Boys, you already know.
Here on Wreck. I am at Copart, Pittsburgh South, to pick up my third Cadillac. Just great. We're gonna try to start on this. Screen's busted. Power steering, drive with care.
Almost sounds like you got a mess.
It did at first and it cleaned up.
Oh, man.
I could feel it. Change engine oil soon. Sounds good. That's right, I now have 3 Cadillac CTSs. The parts, 2014, 62,000 miles on it, and a 3.6 V6. And this one is rear wheel drive. Right now, it would only be one wheel. The new 2014 CTS, same year, front end damage. 2.0 turbo, 116,000 miles, and no blown airbags. And then my 2015 CTS 3.6 with 67,000 miles on it, all-wheel drive. This one is also all-wheel drive. This one needs front end parts.
Oh, would you look at this?
Yeah. And you're probably saying, well, that's not that bad. Let me direct your attention to something here. As you can see, the hit right here on this fender has this fender knocked over. Look how the tire sticks out right here, okay? I want you to point yourself over here. Look how far back in that tire is. Also, the fender gapping here. Fender gapping here. So our front end went that way, That's right, the frame rail's bent on this one. I cannot straighten these here with my little pulley setup or whatever. This is actually going to have to go to a frame machine, so it's going to go to my cousin Jerry when we get to this one. But as you can see, looking in, I'm straight on right now. That frame rail from the subframe out comes this way. The same with this side. From the subframe out, it comes this way. So all he's going to have to do is, I'm going to have to strip this whole front end, which has to come off anyways. Then he can hook this to his frame machine and yank this over with this stock bar on. Then we can swap over all of our pieces over here. Depending on how bad the frame looks after we get that pulled over, we may cut the end of the frame off of this one to graft to this one. Otherwise, the thing runs and drives just fine. I just drove it up here. I was first thinking I might steal these wheels for on mine, but mine has 19s on it. These are 18. It does have Michelin Pilot Sports on these, but they're bald. Almost every one of them has a bald spot somewhere because they were running on these with no tread. Look at this one. It's chunking around the outside. It's so bald. So it's a Michelin Pilot Sport AS3 Plus. Yeah. I'm still on the fence because I originally was going to keep these wheels with good years on them for my car. But what are these, 18s? Are these 18s? Oh, these are only 17s. Those are 18s. Or mine? I think mine are 19s. Oh, they are 18s. Huh. Okay. So maybe we will keep those. They have the tire pressure sensors in them. The one's low, because that's how I know the sensors are in it, because the gauges are showing that this back tire is low. And it is. On top of that, almost every one of these have Q screen problems. Oh, okay, so we got a little bit of damage on the window pillar there. Oh, the busted Q screen, which I have already ordered because this is common. I got an Arby's drink that came with it. Hey, that works. How about that? What I do like about this one is black carpet. It does have tan, but it's not everything tan like that one. So it's black and tan. So this one's kind of a nicer spec. I'm looking through. I haven't looked through this car yet. I haven't even looked in the trunk. There's like a bunch of parking passes. Thankfully, a lug key. The coils and spark plugs were just replaced on, what's the date on this thing? Oh, September of last year. So that's not bad. It says they performed a compression test and all cylinders are showing 135 PSI. So that's good. Checking the secret compartment. Oh, nobody left a wad of cash in there for me. Darn it! What did you leave in here for me? This thing's using coolant because the coolant is low, but there's no leaks in it. So it's using coolant. That's not a good sign. Doors got a light bulb and a pocket knife. Huh? Nothing in the spare tire area. That's just nothing. So, yeah. Back seat area. Let's look around. There's some crusties, some garbage. Garbage. Let's just shove everything under the seats that we don't want. That is what the mentality of people today is. Nasty. Nasty. This is a something spilt back here. Yes, they had kids. Nothing against kids, but vehicles that people had kids normally are nasty, and this one is no exception. No exception. I don't even think it's tan interior. I think it's gray. It looks like it's a light gray. This thing's a metallic black. That trim is loose. Why is that trim loose? I think this has been painted before on this side. I don't know. We need to wash this thing so I can see if there was damage here before, because I think there was. We also need to clean this engine bay. Now these 4 cylinders in these things are actually pretty potent. It's a 2-liter turbo, 172 horsepower, but 195 foot-pounds of torque. That's more than the V6 makes. The V6 makes more horsepower, but less torque. So I don't know why they had 2 engines, but as you can see, our coolant bottle is low. And I don't know where it's leaking. So we're going to have to figure that out. Let's put some more Kool-Aid in it, since they gave me some. There almost has to be a leak somewhere. We'll figure it out. I like the turbo placement. Like, if you need to work on your turbo, you want to upgrade your turbo, bam! That's like old school. Right at the top of the engine, right on the side. That's great. I don't quite understand this on this. It has a very small Dex Cool thing there. Is that for like checking your fluid level? I don't understand that. But that tank's empty. So I don't know. Maybe that tank is cracked. Maybe I should try to put some fluid in that one. Alright, as for that bottom tank, I don't know how much goes in that. It's filled. Listen, if there's too much in there, it'll spill out somewhere. But I'm going to go ahead and run this thing for a little bit and see if it leaks out anywhere. Because, like, I don't know. But maybe I'll give you guys a closer look at this thing. Happy wife, happy life. I just took her parking spot, so she's not happy. might have a problem here, boys. I don't know if that's a factory color. I have never seen a black that metallic, especially from Chevy. I don't think it's his factory. I think the whole car was repainted. Alright, so if you look in the door jambs, it has metallic, but it is nothing like the outside. I don't know. It's metallic, but it's not like the outside, I'm telling you. The outside, holy crap. And on top of that, what also makes me question that this car has been repainted is this side. There's a crack in the paint right here, and I can tell there's Bondo underneath it. It's deep. And I can see the Bondo, and you can see it's bubbled right there. So if there's a lot of Bondo, I can hear a tone change. Wow, this is a tight panel. But I can also see slight orange peel on this side. I don't know. It might be a factory color, but I can see a mask line right there on top. This side of the car's been painted, not the whole car. There's a visible mask line, if you can see it there. Which is what I'm going to do when I do it. And another thing that made me question it was this trim being loose. Might be okay, we might not be. I don't know. Regardless, it looks good. I was thinking about taking these wheels for my car. I just don't think it's going to happen. I think we're gonna leave them on this. It'll help sell it, anyways. The thing we have to get taken care of first is going to be these frame rails here. So we're going to have to fix this fender. It's got to pop out right here, which I don't want to mess with right now because it's where it's bolted. When it's unbolted, I can straighten this out. And then we got a little bit of a ripple right up here. Now that I got it clean, you can see it. So we'll have to work on that too. The other side, I'm just going to use this fender and get it painted. Thankfully, this car uses the same classic style badges, so that front grille is fine for this car. We just need to paint the bumper. So, just discovered the same quarter panel that I'm doing on mine has been replaced on this car. Let me show you. Factory sealant for the quarter panel right here. Not factory sealant. You can see the tape line. It's sealed. You can see the sealant that they put on. They painted it. I don't think they had to replace any of the other structure, but that quarter panel's been replaced. Which kind of makes me curious how much that did get replaced. Like, I kind of want to see inside of here, but then I gotta disassemble the whole thing to even look. But I do see, well, like I said, we got a crack in the bodywork, and then I do see a dent that they missed too. Up right there's the crack in the bodywork, and then right up past it there is a dent. There you go, you can see it. Where did they splice in at? I want to see their bad bodywork. I want to see somebody's bad bodywork. I don't know. It looks like they did pretty good. Where did they splice? Nope, they missed a clip right here. They missed. Is it 2 clips? Missed a couple clips right here. Okay, right here. Original spot weld. Original spot weld. Then they kind of fade right here. So I think they kind of went across right there. And these aren't original spot welds the whole way down across here. Mine, I see an original spot weld right here. But that might have just been from the panel they used. I don't even know. Maybe they didn't even spot weld it. Maybe they just glued it. 2 quarter panel princesses in here. Huh. That was another thing I noticed on this side. The trunk. See how it's down tight right here? It's a little lifted on this side. As you can see, almost needs to go down like that. But yeah, regardless, still looks pretty good. This thing's been running flawlessly, and now that I cleaned it, looks a lot better. Looked like it had some oil grime on this side and on this side. Got it cleaned off really well. The engine looks really dry and spotless now. So if we do have a leak, we'll be able to see. The turbo looks nice and clean. Everything looks really good and clean now that I, you know, done it up. Our coolant hasn't moved. So we'll have to see if like starting it and stopping it, if that goes down, but yeah, pretty happy. Also forgot to mention, the freaking AC works, okay? It's got cold air. I guess I don't need to latch it. We're at home. It's a good looking car, no doubt. I like that. I wish mine was that color, but the silver actually looks really good too, so it's kind of a hard toss up. I think I like mine better. What I'm curious about is there like a boost gauge in these? No? Oh, I need air in my one back tire. Chevy? Need to change the oil too. I want to see if I brake boost this, if it'll build some boost or make some choo-choo noises anyways. Oh, I can hear it. Choo-choo! Only thing that worries me on this thing is the coolant. So we'll have to see if that's something serious or not. But yeah, pretty happy. I got to take my trailer out to Jerry's, so bear with me as I do that, and then I'll come back. We back. Okay, I put some tire shine on this thing. I do really like this color. It almost looks like a dirty black, but then it's just like, pow, that's just freaking metallic in there. 1 caddy, 2 caddy, 3 caddy. Starting to look like Big Al's Bike and Auto over here. I blame you, Big Al. I blame you. I gotta try something though. I gotta see something. It's a 4-cylinder turbo. I want to see what it sounds like. So I'm going to take this airbox lid off, and then we're going to load it and see what it looks like. Man, that engine looks good now that it's cleaned up. It did suck coolant in. Now that it's cooled off. On that note, we might have to put an intake on this thing. However, before I put this back together, since I'm in here, yeah, leaves. Filter's not too dirty, crazy, but let's get them leaves out of there. So anyways, if you guys are excited for this build, then smash that like button. Consider subscribing. This one is coming. The silver one's got to get finished first before I start on this one. This one is going to be a for sale. For those of you curious, my winning bid on this was $28.50. So this was the cheapest of all 3 of the cars I got. Cheaper than the parts car. It's also got double the miles as both of these cars. So both these cars put together equals about the same miles that this has on it. Out the door price after fees was $35.47. somewhere around there, 35, 47. I don't feel like that's too hateful. Yeah, it's got 116,000 miles on it, but seems to be decently taken care of. So if you like this video, smash that like button, consider subscribing. Hit that dislike button if your mom has bad memories of the back seat of a caddy with your daddy. And we'll see you in the next episode.
Alright.
In from the gym or from the garage. What are you doing up there? Are you supposed to be on top of the refrigerator? You're lucky you're cute. Yes. I'll tell you another thing he did one day. The door was open and he went across that door and went up there. Why are you gonna walk on everything? Get out of here. Mommy just wants to love this big boy, and he just does not want it. He said, I just want to sit by myself. He likes being pat, but he don't like being held. He's so gorgeous. Sheldon. What? You big boy. He's bigger than Stu, man. Look at clodhoppers.
What are you doing slowly down there?
Stew man by his mommy. What? Yeah. Tell me something good. Oh, she's like, oh, Daddy. I've been waiting on this chair all day. Do you want to say bye-bye? Bye-bye.